Hello, welcome to Sound and Fury Book Reviews. As usual, I am Tina. Today I am doing a book review of Amorphous, Breaking the Mold by Stephen Burgess. This is a sci-fi from 2022. It is a self-published book. I received this book from the author in exchange for a fair review, so thank you very much to the author. What is this book about? Amorphous, Breaking the Mold is a sci-fi novel of the near future that follows an eclectic group of characters as they are confronted with the threat of invading interstellar slime molds. The story takes place around the year 2065 and follows a handful of characters who meet in a sandwich shop, little knowing that they may be called on to become humanity's saviors. An approaching interstellar object crashes into a California coast golf course restaurant where the main characters are attending a soft open event. A journalist trying to get a scoop gets horrifically subsumed by the life form, which is on a feeding path across the golf course. The group enrolls a quirky AI to help them communicate with the organism, which appears to be unkillable as it spreads all over the earth, to release the journalist without killing him. Meanwhile, he is undergoing numerous ego-blowing and hallucinogenic experiences, which is what I like to call my Saturday night. If you're new to my channel, I don't do rant reviews or tear books apart, but I will say that I wasn't particularly keen on this novel overall, as some of the things just didn't work for me. But I by no means think it's a bad novel, of course, but sometimes a narrative style just doesn't suit a reader, and I think that's what happened here. Given the concepts in the novel, I believe other readers would enjoy this book. As such, I'm just going to review the novel from my own lens so you readers can decide if it's something that you would be interested in. I'm just going to kind of explain what didn't work for me, because sometimes things that don't work for me definitely work for other people. So there we go. And I will talk about the stuff that I liked as well, of course. The biggest thing I think that held me back with this novel was that there isn't a lot of description or even narration. Almost whole chapters go by with nothing but a dialogue exchange. While this might work for some readers, probably those who enjoy reading plays, like screenplays, it felt to me like heads talking and didn't keep me engaged. If this style was just the case for the radio show segments, which to be honest might have been really fun in a screenplay format, it would have been just fine. But the entire novel relies on dialogue to carry the weight of the story. That's not to say the exchanges between the characters were flat. They weren't, as the characters, each had a distinctive voice, and there's a great amount of humor and personality in the book. But the amount of narration and dialogue was imbalanced for me. I found myself drifting in attention when the exchanges went on without any sort of action or beat. I do think the novel has a very interesting concept and structure. There is an attempt to bring in philosophical, almost existential quandaries into the novel, which I always appreciate. And the novel is packed with other random facts. I do think the latter could have used a trim in editing, as some readers might find these inclusions pedantic or maybe unnecessary. There were some that I was like, I don't know why this is part of the story. There are some short chapters dealing with the evolution of the slime molds, which help tie into the main story of the characters. I thought that was interesting, but in truth, the novel is a bit unbalanced in that aspect as well, as the alien slime doesn't really show up until the last third of the novel. Yet, one thing I really enjoyed about the book was the multiple third-person point of view. The author created distinctive personalities and voices for each character, so even without the chapter headings, they quickly develop an easily identifiable personality. This aspect was really well done. The setting is also interesting and fun, as the author has created a not-so-far-off future that feels similar to today, but with new technology seamlessly integrated into the story and the characters' lives in a clever mix of world-building and speculation. Unfortunately, some things just didn't work for me, but you can't win them all, I'm afraid, and that's okay. As I said, I don't think this is a bad book at all. It's just some things just weren't my taste, and that's okay. I can't say that I recommend the book, because it wasn't entirely to my taste, but I do think that if any of this sounds interesting, I think you should check it out, and I have a link below to the page on Amazon, so there you go. Thanks for watching, and yeah, another review coming up on Thursday.